childhood. And as it turns out, it wound up being my mother's favorite record that I ever did. And who knew? Well, I guess I kind of knew. Well, some of the songs were, her life was reflected in a lot of it. And there was, whenever I would go down to see her in Montgomery, we'd go out to the grocery store or something. You walk by, she would snatch you up by the arm and go, "Did you buy Tommy's new bluegrass album yet?" Well, you promised me you're going to get it, right? She wouldn't let go until they said, "Okay, I'm gonna go get it." Well, Brad Davis and I got it started, and Will and I finished it, and it is one of those records, whenever I play it, it makes me feel good. That's not the song. But here's the deal. As we were working on the record, that was the last song that kind of came down to me. And we were busy trying to finish everything. And I knew I wanted to tell this story about finding some letters from your grandparents up in the attic, some love letters to each other. And how it was kind of like a message across the Great Divide. I had all that. But winding up telling this big story in those 3 little short verses was like, I was starting to stress over it. And Brad said, "I know this lady from Ohio. And I think she's here tonight. Are you here, Paul?"
Stand up. Where are you?
There she is, Paul up there. Brad Davis said, "I know this lady, Paula Breva, and she's a really good lyricist, and I think she could do this." So I talked to her on the phone. I said, "This is kind of the story that I was looking for. Can you tell it in that short period of time?" She says, "Yes." So the next day, calls up and faxes in this lyric sheet. And so I looked at it and I'm, wow. Now I'm going to tear up down. I didn't mean to do this part. But I took it to Brad and he's looking at me like, "Are you okay?" And I handed him the letters and the lyrics, and he looks at me and he's crying. So it's like, now I have to sing this thing. Yeah, well, you just never know. Thank you, Paul, for that. And my mother thanks you for that too. All right, this is the title track from The Great Divide.
There, in a dust-covered shoebox, a bundle of old letters lying, wrapped in old faded ribbon, like a message across the great divide. Those letters from Grandpa and Grandma, written with love through the years, read just like the words from a love song, as we read them together in tears. The last one said, "I'll always love you, and don't ever feel sad or cry, 'cause if I cross over before you, I'll be waiting across the great divide." my